ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my quick blurb on Basketball Wives until it gives us more content. And yes, I'm in my car blasting the AC. Until it gives us more content, I'm not going to go and put in my best effort for this show. This is the episode where they're going to make their way to Amsterdam. Evelyn's talking to Shawnee because she wants to bring Jennifer on. Shawnee doesn't want Jennifer around. Shawnee doesn't like Jennifer. Shawnee doesn't trust Jennifer. I say that's fine. Tammy talks to her kids because she used to tell them that, hey, Reggie and her aren't getting married. And Jazz definitely had that look of, but I think it was Lyric that was really hurt. Or maybe I have it reversed. But they both didn't seem happy. They both kind of seemed like, we actually like this dude, and you're playing around now. You're playing around, and he's not going to stay around forever, which is true. So, at some point, if you're not going to give him what he really wants, do you expect for him to stay? And that's a great question. Great question. Great insight. Tammy obviously raised great children. But Tammy talked to Jackie because Jackie wanted Tammy to come, and Tammy said, no, I have more important things to do. She didn't say it like that, but that's what she was really saying without saying. OG Kwame comes and surprises OG and tells her after, and it was nice, he has set up the place set up. OG has a nice place, that he had the rose petals, he had the champagne because it's a celebration, and OG was looking good. Kwame said, hey, I want to take the next step. OG in her confessional saying, oh, maybe marriage. He said, move in together. And I said, you know what? I respect that because that's real. This is a man who apparently he's never had like an official girlfriend where it just committed to one-on-one. So I think that's the proper step. I said, okay, this relationship is real because that was a real alternative. This isn't some, oh, we're just going to go and do X, Y, and Z because I'm feeling pressured. No, this is, we're grown, or I'm grown enough, and I want to make the next official step with you. Cece, this is where we see more of Cece this episode because Cece has issues with a couple of the ladies in the group. It's not just with Kristen. And so we're just going to fast forward to going to Amsterdam, and Shawnee got them the penthouse. We know Shawnee has real money, so shout out to Shawnee for that. But while all that's going on, we also have to deal with this weird thing of, hey, apparently Shawnee does feel a certain way about Cece, and while at this dinner seating arrangement that Evelyn set up, because Evelyn is pissed. Evelyn doesn't like the fact that she's being called names. Evelyn doesn't like the fact that, oh, we don't have jobs. Now remember, that information came from Kristen. So Cece has every right to feel a certain way about Kristen because Kristen knew what side she really wanted to be on. And so she chose it a while ago. That's the truth, and that's the reality. So now we have this issue of when it comes to Cece, apparently in real life, I guess she was more confrontational, and so on this show, she's trying to show her best side, and her best side is not just going and, arguing with these ladies or really not trying to be friends with them just because of one thing. She's really trying to make an effort to show them her best self. A part of her best self is, okay, I may feel a certain way, but I'm not going to start a confrontation here, so I'm just going to go and downplay it. But the problem is, on a reality show, when you downplay stuff a lot, it comes off as being fake and inauthentic and not real. And that's the problem that Cece's having. Cece, I don't think that she's fake, but I do think that she just doesn't want confrontation. And so because she doesn't want confrontation, she's willing to let herself come off as this person who talks all this smack behind people's backs, but when people want to know what's really up, she downplays it. It's not that she says, oh no, there's nothing. She downplays it. the thing with Shawnee. Shawnee felt like, hey, you didn't actually speak, and I'm putting this trip together, and you didn't at least, really say much of anything to me. And so Cece doesn't have a relationship with Shawnee. And then Shawnee later on said, it's true, we haven't talked much, so I understand that, but it's just still kind of weird. And I said, fine, fair enough. This is your trip. This isn't just, oh, she's on the show. So we'll chuck that up as maybe you can build something in the future. Her and Evelyn, that she calls her, that's different because, oh yeah, and like I said, Tammy isn't on the trip, so Evelyn was happy about that. But Evelyn is still trying to get on this thing of, you said we don't have jobs, or maybe you don't take our jobs, whatever exactly she said. My whole thing is, Cece is not your friend. You've said way worse, you've done way worse, you're bored, and you want to nitpick at this because you don't like the fact that this person who, now, you don't really know her that much, fine, but Jennifer and yourself orchestrated this rumor, and we saw the flashback of you actually saying, oh, well, we're in the street ish. She goes and messes around with the clients. That's some messed up stuff. And just because you said that that was a joke, we know it was a joke, but you don't know this woman, so she took it more seriously than you thought she would. Clearly her personality isn't built on stuff like that. And now we run into this situation where she feels like, why is it that you get to go and say these things, do these things, but when it comes to me, everyone thinks that I'm the bad guy. You want me to be the bad guy? But I'm Chun-Li. Oh Lord, speaking of that, because that segues into the next thing, I didn't mean that in any racial way, unlike what Evelyn did, because while Cece was calling her Evelyn said, oh, so we're doing names? Then why don't I call you, I don't even know what it was, but it was something that definitely, oh, she called Cece Lily. Now Cece is definitely some type of like Pacific Islander, somewhere from Asia, family background, so that's definitely offensive, and Evelyn definitely did that on purpose. Now, am I gonna act like I'm from New York? I'm from New York, and so I've definitely heard some crazy mess like that normally just come out of people's mouths. So I'm not going to act like, oh, I've never heard someone say something really stupid and ignorant like that and not much happen. But we're in a different time where we need to be way more respectful, and it's not okay just to say these things casually to people. And like, because Evelyn then later on tried to say, oh, because Cece was like, wait a minute, that's racist, that's kind of racist, why would you, because that's specific to, and I said, that is, just because it's not coming from a hateful place, it's coming from a petty place, doesn't mean that it's right. And I think that's the thing that we need to focus on, because the conversation pretty much ended there, because everyone felt awkward, like, girl, you know who she is? And I thought it was interesting that Malaysia, when they were in the bus ride back, because during the table thing before all of that, they're talking about trying different weed and going to the red light district, and Jackie possibly getting naked and wanting to have sex with everyone, seeing everyone naked. And Malaysia's like, what is wrong with y'all? I understand there's different types of weed, but Jackie shouldn't be taking any of them. There's something off for her. And I'm thinking, I couldn't agree more. There's just some people who don't need that THC in their body or anything remotely similar. But Malaysia on the bus ride back was with Shawnee and Evelyn and I forgot what the other person, and Kristen. And it was interesting that Evelyn was really trying to downplay the stuff like, oh girl, whatever. And Malaysia was just like, And Kristen and Jackie was saying, you know what, I really respect the way how you handled this, because I know, like, what she said wasn't cool. Like, I just know it definitely wasn't cool, but I respect that you were able to go and say, you know what, this just shows I'm not going to mess with this one. And I respect that too, but I also don't have a problem with you later on saying, yo, don't ever say, keep that type of language out of your mouth. Just because it wasn't the most offensive thing to say doesn't mean that it wasn't offensive. So that's pretty much it, because anything else that happened on Basketball Wives, frankly, I don't care. I'm just waiting for Jennifer to come, because Jennifer is coming, and at least Evelyn let Shawnee know that Jennifer is coming, and they're going to attempt to make some type of amends, as in Jennifer to Shawnee, but we know it's not going to work out. Please like, comment, subscribe, come back next week.